buy yourself some time. You gotta pee. You put the damn thing on.
I mean, she's an absolute demon. I mean, she's ripping the headphones off of you. What? Do you ever tell her no? I mean, what's going on here?
She won't listen.
Now she doesn't want to.
That's welcome to parenting.
This is absolute anarchy. You know, seeing you with a kid is really bizarre.
Why is that?
You know why.
Well,
All right, so I wanted to kick the show off by talking about things that we spend ungodly amounts of money on that we know we shouldn't. I don't think that Ellie literally fits into that category, but like I was on my way over here and I vape.
yeah. We all have our poison, Dylan.
Yeah, I vape.
Yeah, there's no judgment. Although I get a little scared with you stoners out there driving around in those cars.
Shut up.
Well, it's not like I leave the house with a glass of wine and I'm driving
Pat,
around.
how many times have you driven drunk in your life? Less than 400 or more than
drunk?
that?
I can admit probably 3 times where I'm like, I could have killed somebody.
I
feel really guilty about
I did that one time because I got home from college in New Orleans and everybody just drove drunk there because,
That's what you did back in the day.
Yeah, it's, very rarely do you get on a highway when you're in New Orleans, but not very rarely. Sometimes you do. But it was usually just driving uptown and stuff like that. Then I got back to L.A. and I was at a party and I got on the 405 after I'd been drinking all day and I was like, what am I doing? Ellie, can I please tell a story? I know it's not that great, but good God.
She's admonishing you. She doesn't like drunk driving.
So anyways,
Smart.
so I'm on my way to the gas station. I left the vape at the house, and it's like Gollum with these things. I need nicotine at all times. It's absolutely disgusting. And I roll into the gas station. The guy's got everything I need. He's got my sword. He's got my pots. Right, Ellie? I mean, good God. So he rings me up.
I'm beginning to think she doesn't understand broadcasting at all.
Yeah, she has no understanding for the profession, for the craft. I mean, she's an absolute monster. So anyways, the guy rings me up, and I got a bottle of water, my sword, my jewel, and the 4 jewel pods, and he goes, it'll be $75. And for a second, in my head, I went, no problem. And then I thought, are you nuts that you would pay $75 at this desperation, this hub of desperation by the 101 freeway? No, go somewhere else where they don't charge you an arm and a leg.
What's the going rate for vape pens?
I don't know. I mean, you can get an Enjoy, one of my preferred vape swords, for $1, and then the pods are $25. But it got me thinking, what's something that you guys spend just stupid amounts of money on? Because I got to quit smoking. I mean, I can't do this every time I lose a sword. Go to a gas station, get bent over the freaking counter.
UFC. Spend about $80 a month on UFC.
That's just
That's
insane.
Huh?
Oh, it's not the fight. Is that a type of weed or something?
No, it's the fights.
Oh, I think.
Hang on
productive.
a second. You thought he was talking about the weed?
It was an acronym. I didn't know what that UFC stood for. It could be a particular vape pen or something like that.
You don't know what UFC stands
The
for?
Ultimate Fighting Cartridge.
All right, this is another podcast show. It's a show where we gab and goof about really whatever is at top of mind. I'm Dylan, saddled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
What's going on, everybody?
Saddled up next to one Elliot Hickey.
Good job, kid.
And her father, Patrick, produced the podcast.
Hello.
Is over there.
I like your catchphrase too, Ellie. Hi.
Yeah, it's very, very good. So a child isn't something that it's probably you spend too much money on, but it's not a frivolous waste of money.
No, I'll pay dividends in the end. When I'm pooping, wearing a diaper, she's going to be the one paying for all that. Or
exactly.
doing the diaper
You're
change.
an investment.
Now, Ellie doesn't like us. When Ellie comes out, she gets pretty grumpy because me and Nick are two hulking whites who, I don't know, maybe scare her a little bit. She's got a grumpy countenance on when she comes into this room.
She doesn't know you guys that well.
Now, you popped on CocoMelon, and it was like a heroin addict found a bag. I mean, her mood went through the roof. She started laughing, smiling, and you said that it is, in fact, a drug. Can you tell me about this CocoMelon?
Well, all right. So one of my wife's friends said, hey, my wife was like, my kid, I got to make sure she doesn't kill herself literally from when she wakes up to when she goes to bed. And I can't live my life like that. I got to be able to have a kid in the living room playing, and I can go make myself a sandwich.
Right.
I said, oh, you ever heard of CocoMelon?
Right.
I said, no, I never heard of that.
Right.
It's like, it's been in the top 10 of Netflix for 2 years.
Right.
Everyone knows about CocoMelon. This is how you get your kid to focus on something.
Okay. And what is it? Is it like Chinese propaganda? I mean, is this ideological subversion?
I probably should do my due diligence as a parent.
I'm watching so far. It's just
I don't
shadow
understand
puppets.
it, but it's crack cocaine for toddlers.
Let's watch a little.
They usually they do like nursery rhymes and stuff. And JJ is the little guy with the Jerry curl on the top.
Okay, she's just an absolute disaster for this show. She's
She is.
chaotic.
I was just gonna have her for the first topic.
She has no idea what she's talking about. She hardly has any jokes. I'm tongue-tied right now. I'm so distracted.
She is very vocal about the show, and I feel like she's attempting to defend it before you defile it.
Right.
But you gotta like it's ebbs and flows. You gotta like pick your spots.
So what's
Especially being the new one.
what's up with the CocoMelon? What's up with the ingestion? I mean, how many hours a day is she doing
We
this?
limit her to 1 hour for the entire day.
1 hour
so
for
you
the
use
entire
it like,
day.
sparsely to just buy yourself some time. You got to pee. You got to pee. You put the damn thing on.
I mean, she's an absolute demon. I mean, she's ripping the headphones off of you. What? Do you ever tell her no? I mean, what's going on here?
She won't listen.
Now she doesn't want to.
That's welcome to parenting.
This is absolute anarchy. You know, seeing you with a kid is really bizarre.
Why is that?
You know why?
Well, you know, all my friends from high school, they're just astonished that I have a kid. None of them have kids. We were all like made a pact when we were in our 20s. We weren't going to have kids.
Was
And
that-
they have all kept that pact, and I broke it.
Was it a blood pack?
No, it was not. There wasn't a ceremony or anything like that, but it was like,
like
hey,
American
we're never having
Pie.
kids. We're all going to be partying and living. Maybe we'll all be divorced 2 times, and we'll all be living with each other.
You know
in
what's so
our
strange
50s.
about blood packs that really bother me on their depiction in movies and television?
The swapping of blood.
No, the cut is always way too deep. They take like a fucking Bowie knife and they impale their palm with it. All you gotta do is nick the finger, get a little blood going. You don't have to go to the hospital.
Can you imagine
after
being the
blood
guy that's
pack.
getting handed the knife and
Yeah.
he doesn't want to do that? And
Yeah.
like, no. We need more blood.
We're gonna start a blood pack. I mean, literally cutting through tendons in some of these films.
I think it's an important part of it that you
Right.
need surgery and you
Yeah.
can't grip for
Pain is induced.
6 weeks.
All right,
at
Ellie,
least.
I got to do a show. I got to bring you in with the nanny.
Elliot,
Say goodbye.
why
to
don't
Nick and
you
Dylan.
why don't you tell us about yourself, or what are you passionate about?
You have anything to say? Okay.
No.
Let's go. I'll be back. You guys keep doing the show. Pat, thank you.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Say goodbye to Nick and Dylan in the audience. Say bye-bye.
Yeah, she's not going to.
Bye, Ellie.
Look at her. She's gonna hang on to it, try to rip the mic out. Look at this. You've ruined the show, Ellie. Thank you very much. Thank you. You've ruined it.
So Dylan, my Uber last night.
Who wants to have these things?
Lots of people. On my Uber last night.
Yeah.
My Uber driver, right when I got in, he was just like, you just tell right off the bat, he was an old jokester. He's like, all right, I'll try to get you there in one piece, do my best. Doesn't always happen.
Right, yeah.
And I immediately was like, well, I hope so. That's all I can ask for. And, just kind of playing along right with him.
Sure, yeah.
He goes, if you got any bad jokes, please share them or something like that.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, I got one, like immediately.
Right.
And I told him, and you the cheapos listening right now will have to go to patreon.com/another podcast network.
Right.
I told him the joke you told me on the last episode.
Yeah.
When Pat went out to pee, Dylan told me a joke.
Right.
And then Pat came back, and I attempted to retell it to Pat.
Yeah, it was a great bit.
It was super fun.
I was joke retelling with Dill, Nick, and Pat.
And so I immediately was like, I got one. and I told it to him, and I told it amazing. And
Did he die?
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah.
And then we talked the entire way, and he got off the 101 way too early, and it took like 22 minutes back from basically here. We had the red door, and it took 22 minutes when it should have took 12.
What's the red door?
I don't know. Have you heard of the red door?
Is the one in Toluca Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's behind a restaurant that my old buddy Sebastian used to own, which he was
What
featured
were you
on Hell's
doing
Kitchen.
there?
The meeting about the thing.
Oh, the network. Oh, I thought you were.
Really can't say it. Yeah.
No, of course, that's top secret. I thought you were out, trying to catch strange. Good for you.
Strictly business.
Strictly business. You should get that tattooed on your neck, so that every morning you wake up and you remind yourself of it.
I like
Okay,
that.
so,
but backwards on my neck.
Yes, of course. So, so I spend an exorbitant amount of money.
I love that idea right now, but I feel like I may regret it. But I'm just gonna impulsively get that tattoo.
You love the idea of strictly business written backwards on your neck.
I'm saying I'm just gonna go immediately get it right after this show.
Yeah, we can do that. We got a tea time at 4:00, but
Okay, after the golf.
Aside from that, are you guys excited about golf at all? Are you?
Camaraderie, being outside, getting a drink and drive in one of those carts.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Little legal loophole. Although I think that's still illegal.
Oh, definitely. You got a DUI out riding on a bicycle.
Are you guys going to attempt to?
No, 100%. I've had one beer our entire recording. When has that happened recently?
That's a good point.
I'm ready to rock. I brought a polo.
Right. Now my
It's
question
black
is: are you
pepper.
guys going to attempt to put up a score for the front nine?
I usually give it I've only gone golfing twice. I give up around the third, the third round or the third course.
The third round.
Yeah.
Or the third course, you can say.
I don't know. The hole.
Sorry, ladies, I'm not the golfing type.
There you go. You got it. All right. Well, it's going to be fun. Golf is another thing I spend way too much fucking money on. Way too much money.
You enjoy it.
Do you want to hear my answer to your question?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to try to put up a score, and I'm going to get very frustrated.
Yes.
I understand what's going to happen. It
Okay.
happens every time.
All right.
But I'm just trying to get better, Really, it's a composure thing today. I'm going to have a good time.
Is there anything that you have looked at the bills and just been like, what are we doing?
The kid.
No, that's what have we done?
Oh, no. It's what we're doing. I mean, the bills. The wife, I see this fucking...
Is it
It's just a fun turn of
Is
phrase.
it a kind of a Amazon frenzy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, why does she need this?
Yeah. And then the fucking nanny and all that. The kid costs like $8,000 a month.
And it's a hard thing, or it's an easy thing to defend because it's like it's for the child, It's a hard thing to argue against.
Signs the kid up for some gym classes. I mean, you met Ellie. Do you think she needs gym classes? Signs her up for music classes. I think
She's lifting weights.
Yeah, she's doing weights. She's got swim class. She's 19 months old.
I kind of love this social. One of those would suffice. I mean, I feel like
You drinking a tequila in a can?
It's a margarita in a can.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. It's very cold. Where'd you get that?
It's for my fridge.
Oh, you keep the good shit in there, huh?
That's right.
Little sneaky boy. Oh, you're so sneaky. That's disgusting.
Hey, Dylan, I'm sorry. I'll take. I don't want to derail us because I know
a
how
margarita.
focused
I like
we've been
No,
on
it's
this.
pretty good, yeah.
This show.
No,
We
it's
like-
been really. I don't know if you were being sardonic there, but this has been pretty fucking cohesive.
Oh, it
if
has.
you
Okay.
ask me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I thought it'd be a fun clip. It's kind of a famous clip with Mr. G, that cook, the chef. What do you call him? Chef G. What's the Gordon Ramsay?
the G-Man.
The G-Man.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
My buddy got hosed by that guy because he showed up to a show. What's that show that the G-Man used to do?
Hell's Kitchen.
Not Hell's Kitchen. It's something is it called Hell's Kitchen? That's the competition show. He also would come in and fix restaurants.
Right.
I don't think that was called Hell's Kitchen.
No, it wasn't. It was called. There was 24 Hours to Hell and Back.
Oh, that's when he'd show up in a tour bus and he's gonna fucking fix a restaurant in 24 hours. Like that's a reality.
And then I don't know. God, what was it called? Worst restaurants in America? or
Look
something
up
like that?
Gordon Ramsay and Sebastian. That was my friend. His real name's Steve, but he decided he needed a little bit more pizzazz to his name when he was going to be a restaurateur. And he was featured on that show. And, there it is. It's a famous line, which I always laugh. He says, Sebastian, I've never had less faith than any human being.
You know this guy?
Oh, yeah, we're great friends.
I mean, this is completely derailing us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, that's
When Nick mentioned the red door, that was Sebastian's office. When he sold the restaurant and went to Massachusetts, they cut it into two things. One was a bar that's like, the red door. It's you enter through an alleyway, not through the front.
Oh,
and
okay.
the front
One
of
of
the
these
restaurant
places.
was called Sebastian's.
Hey, can I get another sip of that shitty margarita?
Here we go.
All right, let's watch this. This is
This is
and
my
it's
vibe.
called Kitchen Nightmares.
Okay. When I first arrived here, we got off to a shaky start.
Sure.
Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we kept our heads down and we got through it together.
Yes, we did.
And we made some really exciting changes. The menu's changed. The
Pat.
staff have changed.
Yes.
Mate, there's one thing that hasn't changed in this establishment, and that's you, Sebastian. I'm 40 years of age, and I've gone to a lot of restaurants, but I've never, ever, ever, ever met someone I believe in as little as you. I think that you will go back to your sloppy, shortcut, 5 out of 10 frozen ways. Good luck. Unbelievable.
Would you like to know where Sebastian is now?
Yeah.
He has a tree cutting business in Massachusetts.
what if
Gordon
there's a
was
talent?
right. He was right.
Gordon can smell energy like a goddamn basset hound. Now listen. Listen.
I have some fun details about this experience, by the way.
Or do basset hounds smell good?
I have no clue.
Okay.
The dog?
Now, of course, people could criticize the G-Man for kind of playing to camera, being a caricature of himself.
I mean, all his shows are nightmares. Hell.
Right, exactly.
Kitchen.
One of the sweetest men, right? And it's not just from my limited experience with him. Everyone who has encountered him just has wonderful things to say about him, except unless you're a Sebastian type character, right?
You can call him Steve if you want. That's his
Unless
real
you're
name.
Steve and you got a 5 out of 10 frozen food strategy with life, then the G-Man is no fan of you and you're no fan of the G-Man. But the fact that he can get in people's faces like this, I mean, I wish we had more of it in this world. You know, he doesn't do it respectfully, but he doesn't do it disrespectfully either. You know what I mean? You can just tell that he's a man that has solidified himself. His confidence is cement because of what he's achieved in his life, okay? He is an apex predator in the culinary world. You know, I've talked, ad nauseum about the brilliant theory laid out in Yuri's, I can't pronounce his last name, but that airport book that everybody was reading, Sapiens? Mm-hmm. I've talked about this before. He theorizes that the reason why human beings have brought so much pain and suffering into the world is because we leapfrogged evolution. We shouldn't have got to where we got so quickly. Sharks have an evolutionary confidence in their genes because they have been an apex predator for millennia. Same with lions. Human beings jumped up into the food chain too quickly, and with it comes insecurities about our station in the animal kingdom. The G-Man is a shark. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to.
I want to tell you this. So I knew this guy.
Yeah.
He's one of my first friends I met when I moved to Los Angeles. And as I always talk about, meeting someone and them being your friend has nothing to do with like fate or any of that shit. It's geography. He had the apartment right
Sure.
next to me.
Right.
So we were both bored and we'd watch movies together.
Right.
And even he grew on me in the coming years.
Yeah.
But typically I wouldn't hang out with Sebastian because he was a bit, I'm an outgoing
He was a 5
person.
out of 10, flash frozen kind of character.
Well, yeah. So anyway, he opens his restaurant. When he tells me he's going to open a restaurant, he goes, "Can I have a meeting with you?" I said, "Sure." He goes, "All right, you're going to run the restaurant." I said, "I don't know anything about the restaurant business. I'm sorry, I can't do it."
Right.
So then he ends up managing it himself, and it lasts about like 3 or 4 years. We watched this episode at Sebastian's restaurant. He rented gigantic screens
Wow.
to view this episode the night it aired.
How?
Did he forget how it happened?
What's that?
He was like, I win.
Well, he didn't understand the
You guys,
premise.
I want a new car. Come check this out.
Well, they paid him $40,000 to do it, and he needed the money at the time because the restaurant was going under. So this is how they kind of take advantage of these restaurants. Any of these shows where you see the restaurants going down, it's like, we're going to film everything. We get to take over. A guy like this is going to talk to you like you're a piece of shit, and you're going to take it. And at the end of the day, you are going to get $40,000.
So I didn't know that this beautiful thing was going to fall in my lap, but it hath. I just want to break. I want to do a forensic investigation
Now, this is a friend, by the way.
This episode.
Now, this is a friend.
So this was his restaurant in what, Toluca Lake?
Dude, this is on Riverside. It's called it's called the Riverside now.
Okay.
We'll pass by it when we go to the golfing today.
So it used to be called Sebastian.
Yes.
It makes
Before
me
that, get this. Before that, it was called Cops and Robbers. I remember it because we went to the first night it opened because you get bored in this town, and so they made a big deal out of it. Everybody
Cops
was
and
robbers. It lasted 1 year and it died.
Sounds fun.
So he took over their
It
lease.
sounds like there is a poltergeist on these grounds that is convincing people to market the restaurant poorly. So Sebastian is, we've talked about it before, the tale of Narcissus finding the lake with the glassy water and falling into it or whatever, drowning or dying of thirst. He named the restaurant after himself and then is so delusional that he rented TV screens and showed it to a bunch of people.
Oh, the place was packed the night it aired.
Was it an awkward evening?
He was behind the grill. He was cooking as it was all going on. I assume he had a TV where he could watch it too. But it was a ruckus crowd. We were all positive.
Okay, so it was fun.
It was fun. It was
Okay.
fun. But he had been telling us that he had put one over on old Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Right, which was not an actuality.
To our surprise, he in fact did not.
No, he did not. All right, so I want to just watch a little bit of this episode.
Watch
because,
when Gordon Ramsay shows up. He looks at the sign in the menu and he's like, "Taki."
well, I want to talk about that before we get going. Do you have any thoughts on this?
No.
Okay. So speaking of tacky, if you are driving by a restaurant and one, it has any advertisements of the things they have at all.
What are they, Dylan?
Immediately run away. But should you be hamstrung or forced into attending the kind of establishment like Sebastian's, if it says live music first, do whatever you can to not go. Go to jail for the night. Do whatever you can to not walk a single foot through that threshold.
Dylan, the fact that it has plasma TVs, that doesn't pull you in?
Plasma TVs at the bottom, apostrophe TVs? Is that correct grammar?
I mean, the plasma TVs come in extra handy in the morning when I can get breakfast.
Saturday to Sunday, they do breakfast. They also have wood fire pizza. So let's check out what the G-Man thought of his food. I am so excited. I love this show so much. I fall into rabbit holes of kitchen nightmares. I'm so shocked I didn't know what the name of the show was.
Yes.
Yeah, Gordon, how are you?
Yes, Chef Gordon. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Working here with Chef Gordon Ramsay. It's like, as an actor, having Robert De Niro say, you know what, I'm going to help you with this role. Man.
Let me take a seat.
Very apt.
Please.
Very
I'll go
apt.
with this one here, actually.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you all serve?
Do I always serve? No, but I do greet and meet every customer that walks in the door.
That was a lie.
Every single customer, whether I come over and just say hello or I spend 10 minutes, sit down.
Okay, so that is that's one of those lies that you kind of. He's very nervous because the G-Man has a very intimidating presence. He is, after all, the G-Man.
Now, this is 2008. So the G-Man wasn't the G-Man of today. He was still coming up. He was a name. He had a show, but he's not the...
The G-Man was the G-Man before any of the television.
Well, I
okay?
don't think-
the G-Man's legacy was cemented before a single lens. Well, maybe not, because they did a documentary on Marco Pierre White. But before a single lens captured his beautiful blonde head, okay? This man has so many Michelin stars, you can't even freaking count them with two hands.
Wow.
So, he's nervous. He tells the G-Man that he greets every single customer as they walk into the door or spends 10 minutes at the table.
If it's true, it's a bad sign, to be honest. You shouldn't have that much time.
If any chef of a successful restaurant had that much time on his hands, he wouldn't be a chef at all. All right.
He'd be a hostess.
I have a glass of wine with you.
You sit down with the customers and drink wine?
Why not?
Fuck me. Christ. There's photographs on the menu. There's pictures. Are these real, these photographs?
Yes, they are, sir. I took those myself.
It looks ghastly. I've always had one simple rule.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you come across a menu with photographs, get the fuck out of there.
No, he is 100% right. There is one scenario wherein it is okay to have pictures.
Chinese food.
Or any, like
any Asian cuisine.
Yes, if you're in the San Gabriel Valley and you don't understand the characters, it's helpful to know what you're fucking ordering. But at an Italian restaurant called Sebastian with breakfast Saturday, Sunday, live music, and plasma TVs, the pictures add to the hellish nightmare of this place.
Our menu concept is very unusual and unique. I love the variety.
Would you like a walkthrough of our main concept of the menu?
Concept?
We have a concept. Please.
Now pause it for a second. I want to be fair to Sebastian. Okay, sure, he was an actor, and he probably had no business being in the restaurant business.
Right.
And he probably took out a loan he shouldn't have taken against his home.
He had a home?
Yeah.
He had equity to borrow
His
against?
wife worked for the guy that created the Olsen twins.
Okay, got it.
All right. So, it's Sebastian, if you're listening, I'm not making fun of you, buddy. I know this stuff gets back.
I am.
Okay. He's a great guy. He was a little bit over his head, I think, with this.
Sure.
Okay, but that's what entrepreneurs are. We go out and we're risk takers. Okay.
Pat, he's a pathological liar.
Well,
You don't think he took those pictures?
How about he's a fake it till you make it kind of guy? He's a fake it till you make it kind of guy.
Okay.
All right. So get this.
I agree to every
people-
customer that walks through this door.
All right. And he did, actually.
No.
But
They're like, "Are you gonna cook?" They're like, he's like,
shouldn't
"No,
a
more
restaurant
people are coming."
shouldn't a restaurant have a concept with its menu? That's kind of like how it is today. This was 2000.
Yes, but the concept will be we make a lot of things, so you have a...
No, here was the concept. Let me get because people
Okay.
love it because they're doing it now. So he had a set of flavors. You could pick a flavor. It would be like some kind of gravy or something that he made, his mother's recipe, and you could put it on a sandwich, put it on a pizza, or you put it on fries.
Let him explain it.
All right.
I want him to explain it because I feel as though
It
it's
was
going to be...
I loved his French fries.
Okay.
We should go eat at bad restaurants like this and
What we
vlog.
have
I love
is
that.
20 different combinations of marinades, toppings, and seasonings. What you do is you choose one and then you add it to either chicken, portobello mushroom, New York strip, or shrimp. Angus ribeye, prime cut, that's cut for Sebastian's. You can have one of these combinations with an entree.
I slept with
chips
that
and gravy
girl.
on the side if you'd like. With one of our
Nice.
side salads.
So good did come out of this.
They're explaining the menu, and Chef Gordon looks like his head's gonna explode.
Available at any point in time. We have a half-pound Angus prime burger. I had actually 20 more.
Oh, I missed that menu.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
God. I've never heard such a complex menu in my entire life.
Probably not.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So the issue with this concept is the possibility. Now, when you have menus that you can mix and match, you have what is the quotient that gets spit out? We have 11 million different combinations. Sonic, we have 50,000 different drinks. At Sebastian's, you could literally have 400 million different things. I think the math works out. So what what did he call it? A concept?
It's a concept.
Yeah. The concept of this restaurant is to confuse and befuddle every single customer that sits at a table. First, by him greeting you and drinking with you at the table, and then by the concept of the menu.
Let me say this.
It's algebra 2 for dinner.
If you ever own a business, this is a little side. What would I call this? Like some information, like help you if you own a business. If a reality TV show calls you,
Don't
do it.
Right.
And especially if they go, even if they want to just use your storefront to have some whores on Beverly Housewives,
Right.
It's good exposure. I went to this restaurant.
If you hear the word exposure, say get the fuck away
outta here.
from me.
I need money. I went there on the Friday after this aired on a Monday.
Yeah.
Place was empty.
Right.
This does not help
Because what kind of call to action is this?
Yeah, I mean, it could help if he gave a glowing review. I'm
Right.
sure it would have the opposite effect. But yeah, if he fucking...
He told Sebastian he never believed in anyone less.
That is
Why wouldn't you go there, right?
damning, I would say,
Dylan,
to
wait
the
till
least.
you see him lie about the crab.
Okay.
This is really
start
fun.
with some calamari.
Calamari?
Yes.
Is it fresh?
Fresh.
Yes, it is.
Small portion of calamari.
Why?
Okay. Chef Gordon.
Now, pause it.
No,
This is
okay,
where, this
well,
is-
hang on a second. So the thing with the concept of the menu, right, is you have all these different toppings that you can apply to any of these different proteins, which are prepared in many of these different ways. We also have a burger. And then out of nowhere, he pops in and order calamari.
It's an appetizer,
Okay,
Dylan.
got it.
Hold on. Did you catch what he said? He asked
Yes.
if it was fresh.
He said, of
My
course,
calamari is fresh.
Sebastian didn't realize they were going to follow him into the freezer.
which is
Okay.
an
Maybe a
insane
little,
person.
Fresh pizza.
What
You
type of
decide.
pizza would you like?
You
I'll
decide,
decide.
yeah? Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so
So
that
set me up
didn't
a
go
small
well.
dough, please.
And what's your name?
Sonia.
Sonia. Good to see you.
Nice to
Did you make love to her? Which one?
The co-manager.
Actress?
You're an actress?
Yes, I am.
Ah.
Put her up.
Do you play with Sebastian? Because he's an actor.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
And the calamari, are they fresh or are they frozen?
They are frozen.
Frozen.
Oh boy. Do you think he would have known?
Yeah. And you can tell, one, that Sebastian, I mean, if these are in fact frozen calamari, what you want is a breading that is so flavorful and so fucking deep fat fried and delicious that it covers up the fact that this is squid body chopped up and flash frozen. But this looks to be an ethereal, almost underdone breading, one that would accompany fresh calamari as to remind people of the delicious animal that you are eating. You're not trying to hide anything. This is pure, unadulterated squid. But the preparation is not matching the quality of the fish. Let's see how he likes it.
He told me they're fresh. And they're not fresh, they're frozen. That confirms two things. Shit chef and a dishonest one.
He's shaking. He's so
Can I
angry.
get you anything?
And I love the chef that actually cooks everything. He's sitting there going, what the
He
fuck are
asked
you
me
doing,
for a
dude?
sick
Why are
bag.
you cooking?
Which I just didn't know what to say, so I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
He said that he wanted a puke bag.
Excellent.
I
Fantastic.
didn't know what to say though.
You don't have to say anything.
Okay.
You say yes, sir, and walk away.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Sebastian, just you could tell in his face that he wasn't very happy with the comment.
I understand the guy's a professional, but to say something like that, a sick bag, come on.
All right. Here
It's
comes.
fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the house speciality?
Yes.
Yes, and what kind of pizza is it? What
It's
flavour?
a Popeye pizza.
Popeye.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good description. Good description.
Oh, that's red door now.
Hey,
Okay.
so I got the chef here, Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's in the dining room eating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he thinks my food is terrible.
You think your food is terrible?
Yep. The waitress asked, can I get you anything else? He said, yeah, sick bag.
No, sir.
Yeah, I don't agree with his opinion.
Throw 'em out.
Throw him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad, by the way, was in a wheelchair. He had no legs.
I thought at least they would be able to be in a position to do a stunning pizza, but the base is soggy, it's all watery. Surely to Christ they make a fresh pizza dough here.
All right. I got to watch this when I get home.
Is this all 43 minutes?
This was
No.
the highest
Yeah.
rated kitchen nightmares in history.
Really?
Yes.
Because do they get into it?
Oh,
like,
Sebastian chases him with a butcher's knife to his dressing room at the end of the episode.
are you kidding?
Nah.
That, you know when people say buried the lead?
Well, I was trying to work up to it. Once I found that you were interested in this, I want to say this.
Wait, when does he chase him with a butcher's knife?
Let's
Okay,
see.
so he's just told him that he's
There it is.
a weasel. All right.
Get the fucking camera out of here.
All right. So he's been subjected to days and days and days of this,
Yeah,
right?
he's tired of it at this point.
He's snapped.
Chef Gordon, where the fuck are you? Where are you?
I'm here.
You come into my restaurant?
Yes.
I'm just so fucking disappointed.
You gonna calm
Okay?
down?
Stop
or shall I
pointing
get you
your
out of
finger at
there?
me.
You gonna
Are
calm
we gonna
down?
speak like men? You gonna speak to me like a man?
You didn't listen to what I
You're
just
not
told
listening
you.
to what I'm saying.
Did you just hear what I've just told you?
I'm stepping away from you because I don't want to be too close.
You ungrateful.
You have no idea.
Nasty,
You have no
vindictive
fucking idea.
Joker.
Fuck you.
That's it, is it?
Yeah, it is it. You're very
That's your
disappointing.
second fucking shit performance tonight.
Are you fucking kidding me? Your whole act is a fucking joke.
Anything else?
Your whole act is a fucking joke. You're a phony.
You shouldn't run like that.
Run like what, Chef?
Am I supposed to be scared now, Sebastian?
All right, pause it for
Come
a
on,
second.
Give me a break.
So, I want one thing to be noted here.
Two alphas just going at it. You know what I mean?
Sebastian didn't realize the concept of the show, which was lay on your sword. He's going to fix your little restaurant. He's going to make you seem endearing because you got a pregnant wife because his wife was pregnant. She's on the show. I think we skipped past it.
Yeah.
And he's going to fix it, and it may go down, or maybe people will be endeared to you, and then they're going to go, I want to support this guy. Sebastian never got that concept of the fix a restaurant thing.
Right.
He thought his job was to fight with this guy. And fight he did.
The comments are wonderful.
2 months ago, they're still commenting on this?
Dude, this show has a long tail of wonderfully viral content on the internet. And speaking of wonderfully viral content, do you guys mind if we keep on with the food themed episode?
Not at all.
I think
learned.
I think
Soggy pizza bad.
Soggy pizza is bad.
By the way, I love you, Sebastian, buddy. I still got your back, pal. Even if that was not
Me too, brother. I'll if I was there, I would hire your tree cutting business.
Yeah, by the way, why don't we give him a plug while we're at it? You know what I mean? If you need an estimate in the New England area, call 781. Actually, I'm not going to do that.
But just say the name of the company.
Well, then they'll fucking hit him up, and he's going to find out I'm talking about him. He's going to be pissed.
That's
Brilliant.
true.
There you go.
So don't support
hey, you
his
found
business.
out that was a bad idea really quickly.
No one support his business.
No one support this man.
No, support his business. Get your tree cut by him.
Just don't say anything about Pat. Just
all
say,
right.
Oh, you just stumbled across him.
So, moving on. Okay, so really quickly to wrap this show up.
Oh, I got stuff I want to talk about.
We'll end it after this. Fine.
What time is it?
So continuing with the food theme, I did want to show you guys one of my favorite online shows, that the kids are watching. Have you guys heard of it? It's Everything I Eat in a Day.
No.
It's from Harper's Bazaar. Harper's Bazaar.
They've done a good job of adapting from the written periodical
to digital media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They really are dominating the digital media landscape under the umbrella of Condé Nast. I think maybe they are a different entity. They all sound like the same Uptown Manhattan horse shit to me. But Harper's Bazaar does a video series called Everything I Ate in a Day. Now, it involves some famous people just kind of walking you through their daily eating habits. Now, I wanted to kick things off with one of my favorites, which is the Harper's Bazaar Everything I Eat in a Day with Katie Couric. Now, there's one small problem. They pulled it off the internet. Why did they pull it off the internet? Because it was essentially promoting anorexia. And everyone needs to calm down, okay? There is a lot of merit in you want to lose weight, stop eating. A ton of merit in that. People used to do that for decades before we got to the body positivity movement of the,
I got the greatest diet book ever.
Right.
It's three words or something like that. Eat less. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a secret.
That's 2 words.
To eat less. That's
Right.
it. That's the secret to losing weight.
Now, Katie Couric's
These fucking fat-free cookies. You got these fatties.
Sure, yeah.
Throwing down a bag of fat-free cookies. Hey, you can have all the cookies you want.
Right.
So Katie Couric's got the right idea.
Now, what I do is for my 4th sandwich of the day, I just use lettuce. Have a half a sandwich. Anyway, sorry. So Katie Couric, walks you through Harper's Bazaar, Everything I Eat in a Day. She says that I eat no chewable food until after my morning show is over, which I'm assuming is pretty early, but she wakes up in the morning, has like asperilla or algae in water, and then goes.
What fucking show does she have?
She has the morning show.
The morning show.
Yeah, with her and Ryan Seacrest, right?
That's not
Ryan
fucking
and Kelly.
Katie Couric.
Or Ryan and
Kelly
Katie.
Ripa?
Kelly Ripa, I meant to say. Kelly Ripa. It's Kelly
Jesus
Ripa's. My
fucking
bad. I always
Christ.
get them confused.
They don't look anything alike.
I know. I'm sorry. So it is Kelly Ripa. So she is. Now you kind of get it, right? She's,
Yeah, oh, yeah. She's petite.
She's very, very tiny.
Yep.
So she doesn't have anything in the morning until she's done with Kelly and Ryan. Then her first chewable food of the day is a green apple with a tablespoon of almond butter that she chops up and eats like a porridge. And then she has a salad for lunch and a smaller salad for dinner.
That's it?
She says, I'm not crazy. On my birthday, I'll have a piece of cake. During the holidays, I'll have a Christmas cookie. But what I like to say is, I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. You know, it is a hilarious episode because she's just, you know, she's like, listen, at my age, I'm not bullshitting around. I'm on fucking TV. I have to starve myself. That's how this thing works.
She talks candidly like that?
No,
basically?
but that's essentially what she's saying.
Oh.
That's the subtext of all of it. Now, it pains me that it has been taken down.
Maybe it's because you were searching Katie Couric.
It's been deleted.
Harpus Bazaar. They deleted it. So, unfortunately, we can't watch it. And the reason why I wanted to watch it is because in contrast to another video I'm going to show you, it makes it that much funnier. And it would be in contrast to this video, which is Lil Yachty's Everything I Eat in a Day.
Hey, before we move on or play that clip, I want to say this. I like a show like this. This is popular.
Yeah, very.
It should be because you're wondering, you see someone's physique or something like, what does that person eat in a day?
Right.
And if they're being truly honest, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you compare and contrast Kelly Ripa's What I Eat in a Day to this, and you've just got what is a rainbow of content that you can explore with all of these celebrities. Let's watch a little bit of what Lil Yachty eats in a day.
Abby Sharp is doing
Yachty, and this is everything I eat in a day. First thing I do when I wake up is usually check my phone, and then I get up, and I don't really eat. Unless it's like a morning time thing, I wake up and I have to go do something, but usually when I wake up on a daily basis, I don't really eat. I just got into chips. I didn't eat chips for a while. Like, I didn't really care for chips, but chips are kind of cool. The right kind of chips. It's these chips from Japan, but they from Canada, but they sell them in Japan. And they're maple chips. And they taste like syrup. Whoa. It's these honey cheese. No.
He's electric.
It's these honey
I know.
hot cheese puffs. I sound like a fat kid. But they are crazy. They're not Cheetos either. This is off-brand. My mom found them. Shout out to my mom. She found them. And they go crazy. They're so hot and so good that you can't stop, because if you stop, your mouth is hot, so you just got to keep eating them to stop the heat. Crazy. I also like Lay's honey. I think they call honey barbecue chips. I think they honey barbecue.
He's a fatty, by the way.
I
Look
like
how
barbecue chips too, but that honey barbecue, that's
he looks like he eats
gold
chips.
bag.
Yeah.
Those go crazy. Cheeto puff popcorn, I hit too. Not the popcorn, but the puffs. Not the puff, but like the puff popcorn. Slap. I love,
Hey Dylan,
Thin Mint
when you
Grilled Sour
when you
Cookie.
often comment that we need to die as a people,
Yeah.
You think about guys like this too, right?
No, I don't think about Lil Yachty.
You don't think about it.
No, I think Lil Yachty is providing a beautiful service. Now, the next video I will play is one of the reasons why we must all go away very, very soon. But let's just wrap this up with a little bit more Lil Yachty.
Like high chews. It's like a high chew with nerds in it. Oh. So there's these Smarties squeeze candies. You making me think about all my snacks.
So
he hasn't named one thing that has protein in it.
No,
Smarties,
so
right? Like
the
it's
whole
a
carb
point,
monster.
the whole point of this series is to walk people through your daily intake.
Oh, man,
what he
I
is
had
listing
like
is
6
just
boxes.
all of
It
his
was
favorite
so
candy and
good.
snacks.
Until I started wearing them out. Like, I had so many, I kept eating it that it started getting nasty. You know, because like if you eat something too much, I mean, it's only good for so long, right? Cool. So I like SpongeBob Krabby Patty gummies, too. You know those? Like the gummies, like the Krabby Patty gummies, those go crazy. And the gummy pizzas. And I don't like the gummy pizzas, but the gummy hot dogs. Like it's like a hot dog, but you could tear it apart and it's gummy. We love yellow M&Ms. That's
Black
a classic.
men have nice fingernails. You ever notice that? They're like polished.
Yeah.
My mama used to eat
Now,
Mr. Good bars.
Something I didn't know about black culture was how encyclopedic the African American community is about Sprite. Sprite is a very important beverage to black people. And I didn't know that until I saw Lil Yachty's Everything I Eat in a Day.
Now let's move on to Sprite. Sprite Tropical Mix. Now Tropical Mix, my theory is a reincarnation of Sprite Remix. It's the best flavor Sprite of all time. Well, the Sprite LeBron mix was crazy too, but that was a long time ago.
Who knew that there are all these different kinds of Sprite?
What a connoisseur!
He's a connoisseur of Sprite, and I don't want to microaggress or macroaggress, but like, isn't a Sprite like the what was the syrup? You put syrup and Sprite and like put a Jolly Rancher at the bottom. It's like a cocktail.
I'm finna show you boys how we do this shit nowadays. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this is our, you know, I'm gonna put a little bit of, I'm gonna mix the water, put a little bit more water with the water so I have a little bit more water up in it to make my cup hit. Yeah, we're gonna pour this syrup.
Oh my God.
Straight on water, man.
This man is a fucking nut,
yeah,
man.
Real drink God, nigga. That's how we drink.
Real drink God,
man.
nigga, healthy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not familiar with musical artist, Lil Yachty. Comic genius in being subversive or absolute dumbass?
Absolute dumbass.
Oh, okay.
Absolute dumbass. I mean, maybe not dumbass, just like who he is
Well, they asked you-
unabashedly.
So as a segment producer, someone should stop the cameras at some point and say, we want to know, do you eat this all in the same day?
I think they were brilliant. I think they were like, he's just going to keep going. He's so baked out of his fucking mind right now. He's talking about everything he wants to eat in a gas station, and that's what we're going to get this episode, and it is incredible. Now,
and then some editor like had to, by his descriptions, find him, and like every time he was like, oh, it exists.
it does
exactly
exist.
what he's saying.
Yeah. Not the Cheetos popcorn, but the Cheeto puffs, but not the puffs, but the Cheetos puffcorn. Cheetos puffcorn does exist. He was very specific about it, and it does go hard. All right, now, why we need to end as a species, especially in this city. This city, these types of people piss me off so much. Travis Barker, Everything I Eat in a Day. Now, he, much like Machine Gun Kelly, is rising back into the forefront of our fucking television screens and our internet screens because of who he is dating. He is dating a Kardashian. You should be like the rest of Blink-182, a fond memory. That is it. But he is instead getting a camera put in front of him and people asking him what he eats in a day. Now, you can tell that he is a vegan by the kind of weakness in his voice. But it is this kind of LA bullshit it's why the rest of the country hates us.
Hey, I'm Travis Barker, and this is Everything I Eat in a Day.
He's blazed over.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Or
Sinner.
Sometimes an avocado smoothie with dates and plant-based protein. After a workout, I like to make a protein
Huge
shake.
booger in his nose.
Usually has
That's a ring.
plant-based protein powder, a banana, some type of milk, either almond, coconut milk, flaxseed oil, flaxseed, cinnamon, dates. That's pretty much like my go-to. And then I'll put the recovery tincture from Barker Wellness in it as well. My favorite food city is Los Angeles. We are spoiled with so many great options for food, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. My typical dinner is matsuisa or nobu vegan sushi. I also really love all of the gluten-free vegan pasta options at Crossroads Kitchen. I'm more than likely ordering the bolognese or the pizza, also calamari, Caesar salad, or artichoke oysters are some of my favorites. I actually love desserts. One of my favorite desserts is the sundae from Crossroads Kitchen. Another one of my favorites is the shaved ice from Matsuhisa. I also love the coconut sorbet from Nobu and Matsuhisa.
Can I just comment on his physical appearance before you go in on him?
He looks
whatever.
sick.
He looks sickly. A white guy like this with all those tattoos all over his body and face, forehead,
Get
neck,
a little bit more color
cheeks.
behind you. He looks like he's in the Matrix right
You
now.
grow old.
Right.
This looks hot for
Right.
some people when you're 22 and a banging body and I guess some blood in your skin. As you age and you become more translucent and look sickly,
Yeah.
doesn't work out.
Well, listen, he is sheltered in this city. He can say the things that he's saying with a supreme level of confidence where he should really be ridiculed for everything that he's saying. He said that his typical dinner is from Nobu or Matsuhisa or Crossroads Kitchen, where I didn't want to bore the audience too much, but the first half of the video he was talking about breakfast and said that his typical breakfast is from a place called Crossroads Kitchen. So he says his favorite dinner is Matsuhisa Nobu Crossroads Kitchen. And his favorite dessert is shave ice or coconut sorbet from Matsuhisa Nobu.
You think he owns a piece?
Also, he loves the sundae from Crossroads Kitchen. Now, he says that he wouldn't change LA for anything because we live in one of the best food cities. And he's right, because we do live in one of the only cities that will put up with the kind of bullshit that Travis Barker demands when he sits down at a table. Now, I don't want to shade vegans or anything like that, but how sad, how stepping on glasses in a library is being Travis Barker in one of the greatest food cities on planet Earth. He says, oh, I love Nobu and Matsuhisa, two of the greatest sushi restaurants in the city. And what does he get? Vegan sushi. Just unbelievable. Him and Courtney, they're just sitting up in their mansion making fucking frothed coconut milk and fucking wellness tinctures when they should be getting laughed at by everybody. They're a laughing stock, but they're at the height of Olympus, essentially. They may even live on Mount Olympus because there's a place in Los Angeles called Mount Olympus.
If I see another fucking video or a photo of Courtney fucking toddler jumping him,
Sure.
wrapping her leg wrap around with his fucking finger up her ass, that's his move.
Oh, is
Yeah, he's got his finger up her ass.
Right.
It's been photographed like 80 times.
Okay.
I'm sick of it.
You want to round the episode out with?
Nah, I think we're good.
You
We've
think-
gone over an hour, right?
No, we're at 55.
I think we're good.
Sorry,
No, I loved it.
Oh, yeah. We at least got something in the chamber.
There you go.
Yeah, we got something in the chamber. All right. Sorry I hijacked the episode with hot food talk. We got to go golfing.
Yeah.
iTunes ratings and reviews, 5 stars, kind words. If you want another one of these every week, patreon.com/anotherpodcastnetwork. Guys, tell your friends, tell your family, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Pat, say goodbye.
Bye.